Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are well and all that sort of stuff, sorting my hair out. So today I'm going to do another empties. I have been trying to get through as much stuff as I possibly can this year. My desk last year, towards the end of last year, was just full of new product, and I'm not complaining. I'm very, very lucky, but at the same time, you know, you try to end things and then it's just a never-ending situation. Also, you want to start new things to test them and review them in time for when they come out and stuff, and then people can see what you think. But yeah, I'm gonna stop complaining now. That came across as complaining, and I'm really not. I love it. But yeah. That came across as a complaint, and it really isn't. I do love it. I love testing new products, and that's why I try to get through old ones. But yeah, that's the thing, I hate wasting product, so I will try and give it away to family or friends if I'm like halfway through something. So yeah, just so it doesn't get wasted. But yeah, sometimes they don't want it. I mean, who doesn't want beauty products? But sometimes they don't. So actually it's really good. My sister works for the NHS, so she now has recently been taking some stuff in for me, and all the people that she works with love it. So that is good for me. I feel like I'm doing a little good deed there, because all of those guys work so hard, so they deserve it. But anyway, on to the products that I have finally managed to finish. So yeah, there's quite a few. I've been collecting these since probably about mid-December, but there was a lot of stuff that I sort of had almost finished the last time I there was a lot of stuff that I'd almost finished sort of the last time I'd filmed my empties. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to get through. So a few little tester bits that I have been meaning to try out for ages, and because they're tester sizes, you usually get like 1 or 2 uses out of them. So a few ones of those. So the Sothy's, which one is this one? Wrinkle-targeting youth cream. I had 5 of them. I went for a facial way back in December, and I had 5 of these. But because I went to France, I managed to get through another one. So this is the Wrinkle-targeting youth cream. So as it suggests, it tones, it targets wrinkles, it just sort of brightens and all that sort of thing. So it's more about having a even complexion and even tone to your skin. So yeah, it's a good one. I know someone who actually had a reaction to these, but I've never had a problem with them before, and they seem to do quite well on my skin. I mean, my skin's not so mature that I feel like it would make a massive difference, but it looked plumper and all that sort of thing, so always good. The next thing is the Elemis Nourishing Omega Rich Cleansing Oil. Again, a tiny little sample size, but I managed to get 2 uses out of this. I love oils. My favourite thing to take off makeup, they just melt everything away. This was really good, yeah. I think if I'd had more uses, I probably would have been able to say a bit more about it, but it seemed pretty good. I have no complaints. My skin didn't get irritated. It felt nourished, it felt clean. So yeah, I might have to try the full size of this. And I've been literally trying to use this for so long. So it's the Algenist, what is it? Concentrated colour correcting drops. So there was this little sample on the back, and I actually found that this made my face really white and chalky, so I probably would never use this again. So I sort of used it around this area and a bit around here, so pretty much all over my face, but apart from places that I obviously don't need colour correcting. Probably wouldn't use this again. Obviously this is the blue one, so it's more for like sallow and lifeless skin. So it just gives a bit of wake up, but I actually didn't feel like it made that much of a difference, to be honest. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't try this again. And I finally got through my Lom Gel Balm Cleanser, which I loved. It is amazing. I did really love it. I wasn't too sure at first, and then the more I used it, the more I loved it. So yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's great. It melts all your makeup off really quickly. I obviously double cleansed with it, and there was no problems there. It didn't make my skin dry. It felt nourishing, and also just made sure everything was nice and clean and everything was off. I love the fact that it's sort of that balmy texture, and then you add a bit of water and it sort of goes into more of a milky texture, so you can take everything off. Or continue massaging into the skin to make sure everything's completely off. And then because I finished my Eve Lom one, I went back to the Caroline Hirons Double Cleanse and finished that too. So yeah, I've spoken about this before. I love the fact that it's a cleansing oil and then the other side is a more cream consistency. I love that sort of juxtaposition. Is that the right word? Probably not. So I love that difference. It gets everything off the skin. It forces you to double cleanse, which I'm a massive fan of, and I definitely notice the difference if I don't double cleanse. If I don't double cleanse for like a week, my skin immediately gets really bad. But if I miss maybe like 1 or 2, if I haven't had makeup on and I just want a quick cleanse, I don't double cleanse if I haven't had makeup on. I just don't see the point. I think it's a waste of product. Realistically, what has your face been through? I mean, dirt and stuff, but that should come off in the first cleanse, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I think of things. So I only double cleanse if I've had makeup on, which pretty much is almost every day anyway. So yeah, it forces me to do it. It makes it easy, quick, and sort of fuss-free, which I really, really loved. So if you're new to the double cleansing theory, then I would definitely go for this one, because it obviously reminds you each time. You don't feel like you're like wasting one product. It's relatively cheap. I mean, I could go on and on and on. I do love it. It's almost up there with my Lizelle Cleanse and Polish, which I used to absolutely love. So yeah, so good. And then my O.P.I hand cream, which is amazing. So this is a high intensity hand and nail cream. It is really focused on hydration. So yeah, I just put this on whenever, and I finally managed to get through it. It's taken me a long time, but I finally managed to get through it. It doesn't have that sticky feeling after, so you can just sort of wait 2 seconds for it to dry, and then you can get on with whatever you want. You don't have those like sticky pads whenever you pick things up, which I absolutely hate. And it also does the job, which is the most important part. Next thing is Femfresh. So I actually look after this brand, so it's a bit of a random one, but I have used it anyway from a very young age. From all the research that I've done for obviously my job, I think it's very, very important to have something very pH specific. I actually don't use shower gel, I just use this now. This one's the active one, so yeah, it's great. I don't know what to say about it. It's one of those products that not a lot of people talk about, but obviously for me, I talk about it every day because I work with them. So yeah, so I sort of use it as just an all-over wash, just because I also get quite irritated by certain scents and stuff like that. So it's just safer for me to use something like that, and I don't get irritated skin, and everything is amazing. Next one is the Rose Gold Batiste, which is my favourite out of all the scents. Again, another brand that I work with, to be full disclosure. But I've always loved Batiste ever since I was really little and started putting dry shampoo in my hair instead of just getting up and having a shower in the morning. I've always loved Batiste ever since I was really little, but this by far is my favourite scent. It's the best. I do love it, and the packaging, beautiful. They have new scents out now, so maybe I will begin to shift towards them, but ever since this came out sort of mid last year, I've been loving it. And then I got through my Match Perfection foundation. It doesn't look like I got through it, but I did. This is a really great foundation. I'm always banging on about my Healthy Mix by Bourjois, which I love, but this was pretty much a close second. It's got the 24-hour hydration side of it. It's got a little bit of SPF, so it's SPF 20, and the colour ranges are pretty good. So yeah, I actually went for a lighter, this was like my winter foundation, so I went for the Ivory, which ended up being far too light, but but great if you want to do a bit of building and really like contour and stuff like that, I always go for a lighter foundation if I'm going to do that, because otherwise you end up with an orange face. And then my last two bits are candles. So of course I'm going to say about the Aldi candle, which I have made my way through. This is my final one. You'll be glad to know, because it is in every Empties and favourites. So this one is the pomegranate one, which I do really like, and there was no reason why it's my final one. I just really gutted. I'm gonna have to go buy some more eventually, but I've got a few more candles to get through, so yep, this one's an empty one. Usually I sort of wash out the pot, but I don't really have anything to use it for. And then one that I have just finished, which I got with my facial as well, with the Sothy's candle. It's green tea and fig, so really light and fresh. And it was nice. Now we're sort of coming into, it's a blue sky today, so now we're sort of coming into that spring feeling. It's still freezing, but it's blue sky, so yeah, this was a really nice scent for that sort of spring feeling, which I really loved. And that is it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. I'm back to my channel, so I thought I'd do a really quick haul video today. I've bought a few things recently.